All right, guys, what's up? Welcome in today's video. I'll just quickly cover today's. It's today's trading day. It's the 9th of September. I know I've skipped a few days. I got a bit of a sickness or allergy, or I have no idea. And basically, my nose was blocked the whole time, so I was not really able to, speak properly. And I was just fuck it. I was like, there's no point to make a video when I'm like coughing and sneezing and my nose is blocked and I cannot speak properly. So yeah, that's why I skip. I try to like make those videos, but honestly, maybe it's just better to skip the whole stuff and just focus on this week because there is no point to go back in time because I don't really remember exactly every single price section and what did I do and why did I do that and stuff like that. So I don't want to confuse anybody, so I just stick to the fresh stuff. So today was a bit of a, because I had a plan for New York Open, as I mentioned in the previous videos, that I usually, I mean, not usually, always and only trade during New York session, after New York session open at 9:30. But I got a little bit busy, and at the same time, I also see I or saw my setup forming perfectly because I was waiting for this setup, and I was, kind of looking forward to, like, I was looking forward this to happen, which I'll show you in a minute. And I thought it's gonna happen during like pre-market at like from 8:30, and the real market open is gonna bring me the stuff I want. I'm gonna cover the whole part and everything. Why did I trade during the London session? Because I did trade during the London session today. Um, so I was kind of, you know, I'm not gonna switch timelines because there is no point. Basically, we were like, except this big ass movement at like 3 a.m. We had this London highs, but after that we were just consolidating, accumulating, and we were just moving sideways. And then by that time we were forming. I mean, these for sure equal highs, free as well. I mean, free, yeah, yeah. I'm not sure why I'm not zooming in. I'm just looking at it like this. So yeah, equal highs were forming. We were accumulating. We were just moving sideways. We created so many highs. So basically, we were generating liquidity for the afternoon. And I previously marked out a 15-minute fair value gap, which was unmitigated the whole time. Uh, I had several here also, I think 30-minute, but it was mitigated and stuff like that. So, but I spotted a 15-minute fair value gap, which was unfilled. So basically, I built my bias around that. I was pretty bullish on the day because we were respecting. We were respecting bullish fair value gaps and disrespecting bearish fair value gaps. So I was pretty bullish on the day, and I was waiting for this to happen, this setup to happen during the afternoon. And as I mentioned in the previous videos, that I usually mark these out like as soon as I wake up. I mean, not especially. I mean, sorry, not exactly around like from 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. until, at my time, it's 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon, New York Open, because I'm in Europe. So I'm not like watching the charts for 8 hours straight, and I'm not observing. I'm not like watching. constantly the price action or what's happening in London session or whatsoever. So usually I sit down around, I'm not gonna lie, maybe around like 1:30, which is around like 6 7 a.m. in New York local time. I sit down, I mark every single key areas, but as soon as I barely wake up, I check what Asian session did, what are the, the key areas for the day, or like point of interest, or like these PD arrays, FVGs, whatsoever. So I usually do mark out these stuff in advance. And by the time we reach like 6, 7 a.m. New York local time, I'll sit down and check what happened, or like it's the beginning of like, or mid time of New York session. So I have a better understanding, a clear picture, what has happened during the day, basically not during the day but during Asian and London session. And this 15-minute for value gap was, I literally marked this out pretty early on the day. So I marked this out, and I, like, as soon as I saw the fair value gap, I was like, okay, we are bullish, we gonna go higher, like higher. And I had this clear target, these equal highs here, and this liquidity pool here, this sell side liquidity basically. And it's super super freaking beautiful. So like, three equal highs and loads of liquidity between those. And London high was pretty up there, so it wasn't a clear, draw on liquidity for me. But these were like extremely 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 clear draw on liquidity for me. So I decided to, okay, as soon as this 15-minute for value gap gets mitigated, I'm gonna look for long setups. But I didn't think that it's gonna happen during London session. But I was like, it was so freaking textbook that I was not able to. And it's not about discipline, it's not about, okay, you need to sit on your hands and stuff like that. I mean, we can say that I broke one of my rules, because I promised myself I'm only trading, or this is one of my rules, that I'm only trading in New York session. But come on, like, if you have like a A plus setup, uh, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, why wouldn't you anticipate in the move? And we didn't have news on Monday. We don't have news today on Tuesday, and we're not gonna have news on Wednesday. So I was like, this is pretty fucking good looking setup, and I felt, I had a gut feeling that I shouldn't skip this one, especially if we don't have news, which turned out a little bit unfortunate, but I'm going to show you in a minute. Uh, I accidentally, shit, I accidentally deleted this one here. I think it was like something like that, and I was targeting this one here, and it was pretty long. And I'm gonna turn on these little arrow stuff to show you the trade I had. So yeah, let's just get into it. So we have been accumulating almost like what, from what time? What is this time? Like 4 a.m. until like 6:40 ish. So we started to move around like what? Almost 7 a.m. So the real move happened at like 7 thing. That's like, I was sitting in front of the charts for like 15 20 minutes when I saw these movements. And we were eventually we're going down and down and down. And I was like, that was the setup that I was looking for, or I wanted to anticipate during New York session, because I had this big as for value gap down there, this 15-minute unmitigated for value gap. I'm not gonna switch up the time frames, because you know a lot of stuff happened during the day, and I'm just don't wanna uh, mix it up, because I have a lot of like stuff marked out, and it's just easier to stick with the 1 minute. So yeah, but literally nothing happened here. So I mean, not nothing, but nothing important. uh, that was the key area or PD area that I was looking for to get mitigated. And it did happen. It was like what started to move, oh my God, around like 7 a.m. I saw that we are rejecting on this 15-minute fair value gap. And we had like, I'm usually, I'm not usually, but sometimes I do make these little notes for myself. It's kind of like a guideline for me, what happened, why did I do what I did. For example, why did I enter a trade? And I usually I do these notes, like it's just kind of for myself, it's just, it's kind of a live journaling, I would say. I'm not sure if you guys do the same or not, but I usually, if I enter a trade or if I'm waiting for a setup, I usually just write like this textbook, not textbook, this text box thingy, and then I just write it down what I'm looking for, or where do I, set my position to break even, or where's my final TP and why, and stuff like that. It's just for me to see it visually. I don't know. It's just for my own sake. Anyways, so we were rejecting on this 15-minute for value gap. We had a really nice inverse for value gap on the 2-minute time frame. Uh, I'm not sure because I'm gonna do this quickly. Yeah, yeah, I entered on this candle because on the 2 minute, I'm not gonna switch because it's gonna switch to the most recent price action, and I don't want to do that now. So I entered on this candle closure because I think on the 2 minute it was not so clear, or not so, I just wanted to wait a little bit more. So I entered on this candle, as you can see here, and I was kind of greedy, I would say, because it would have been more than enough. It would have been more than enough to just take off my position, either at this point, equal high points. But my bias was so freaking clean, and you know, I knew it for sure that we're gonna hit these equal highs because it's just the clearest donor liquidity that you can ever imagine. Like there was nothing down here at the moment. Like New York, not like nothing happened. We were accumulating. We were, moving or manipulating to the downside, mitigating the 15-minute fair value gap, which was untouched the whole time. And we started to reverse immediately. So I was like, okay, if not now exactly, because by the time I reached this point, it was, you can see that it's 7:46, and I was like, if not like straight away, but for sure during or before pre-market open, we're gonna hit this equal highs, and we might go a little bit lower. We might go a little bit lower because we had some like Asian session lows were here, and another for value gap was there also. But as soon as I saw this rejection and reversal, I was like, okay, this is the time we're gonna take out these highs because it's just so obvious. And yeah, so I entered the trade on this 2-minute inversion. You can see that I think it was like 1 or 2 minute drawdown, just a few $100 basically. And I marked this equal highs. You can see that is these are equal highs, and I was like, okay, this might be like a turning point, not turning point, but m- usually price, or you need to take into consideration that the probabilities. Yeah, so we were aggressively moving to the downside. You can say that, okay, we were moving to the downside so aggressively because we wanted to mitigate this 15-minute fair value gap, but we were like outside of the London session kill zone. So it's 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., and this move has happened around like 7ish. So I was I was trying, like, I was not so sure that we're gonna go all the way up. So I tried to, play it a little bit safe. I'm not safe, but I was a little bit mindful, or more mindful about my position managing or stuff like that, and risk management as well. So I entered on this 2 minute inversion right here. You can see that I think it was like 7 23, and in 20 minutes we reached this point. I took half of my position here, because at the same time, like, it was so aggressive. We also reached this equal highs, and I was thinking about to target this one here, like these. I think on the 2 minute or 5 minute was more clear. It was not like this choppy shit. But and also we had a 5 minute fair value gap here. But I was thinking about to, take off my whole position from there. But I was like, if we reach this point and we also made the market structure shift here, as you can see, this these high points all got broken. We did mitigate this 5 minute fair value gap. By the time my position was already set to break even, and I took a partial here, as you can see. And like, you can see this tick here, it was like tick perfect mitigation of the top of the fair value gap. So I was like, okay, we might go to the downside. So I remember I also set my stop loss here, because on the 2 minute it was a fair value gap. This one mitigated the fair value gap, and we reacted off of that fair value gap. So I took this like as a protected low, not low point, but like a protected point. So I would I wouldn't expect price to come back this low from here immediately, because there is no point. So there is no fair value gap which is open, let's say, let's put it that way, or unmitigated or whatever. So yeah, I moved it here. And but after that, we rejected on this fair value gap again, and we inverse this fair value gap. I mean, you can say that it's 1 minute inversion, it's the top of the move. So, but see this motherfucker, bro. Just see this. I'm gonna just pull this a little bit. See this. It's like what? Nothing, bro. It was like, because I was, because when it comes to like discipline, when it comes to like holding, for me, it's, I know for sure what's the reason I got into this trade. So this was a clear zone liquidity for me. This double top liquidity, equal highs here. So that's why I took a partial here. But come on, bro. Like why why you didn't take these highs if you were so up here? And I was like, I'm not gonna manually, you know close my position here, because just imagine yourself in my position. What would you do? You see this up closing candle here, and you see this down close candle, and you see this movement to the downside. Wouldn't you think that it's just going to be a pullback, and you just crush through these high points? And I was like holding, because I was like, I'm not here for the, and you need to do this also. You shouldn't be here for the money part, because as soon as you focus on the money, or making money, or make my rent, or save some money, go for vacation. Oh, this payout would be so nice. You're fucked. Your psychology is fucked. You are fucked. You're gonna take early position closures. What the fuck? Someone just screamed. So you're gonna take your positions out early, and you're going to close your positions early, and it's just going to mess up your psychology at some point, because it's there is nothing more bothering, I would say, when you take off your position like here. Oh my god, price just reversed, I'm going to close it. And after what, like literally 1 minute, price crushing to the upside, and like, why did I not hold for my, like, hold on to my position and stuff like that. So it's just, I mean, you can say it otherwise, that okay, you wanted to close here, you didn't close, and price went bound to break even or stop loss or whatever, and I should have closed it here. So you that's why you need to have a clear bias, a clear intention. Why did you get into the trade? What did you want to get from this trade? For me, it was these high points, and I planned partial and break even after price hits these equal highs. I was around like here when I wrote this one, and we were not even close to this point, but I decided, okay, I'm gonna take a partial here and I'm gonna move my stop to break even because all this shit was happening. We were just literally went back to the original accumulation, uh, zone. That's what I wrote here also. But I wanted to see these highs to be taken out, and that's why I set my TP point here. But I mean, I wouldn't expect this. Like, what the fuck, bro? That's like 1 nano millimeter. It's not even an existing word, but anyways. So I left my position because I was dumb. That's why it's so usual to do these videos, because that's how you realize that you made a mistake, even though it's not like a mistake. But when you can see these movements and you moving back, you moving down, you moving back, you moving down, you moving back, it's like this is like a clear bearish for value gap that even though we moved a little bit above this, we never really broke out from this for value gap. So I should have closed after like it's like one, two, the third mitigation. I should have closed it here. I don't know why. I was like, okay, it's on break even. It was London session. I got some money off of this trade, so I was like, it's zero technically. I mean, not zero because I did take a partial, but the rest is zero or the full TP. I was like this because I was so sure that price gonna hit this one even after this choppy movement. I thought after this, I thought, okay, we swept out these, we mitigated again these ones, and we're gonna go to the upside. But it never happened. It is what it is. I think it was a beautiful trade, beautiful execution. I know it did not happen during New York session, but it is what it is. I decided to take it. For me, it was a textbook setup. It was an A plus setup. We mitigated a higher time frame, untouched for value gap. We got a reversal from that. We had sweep. We had a mitigation. We had the inversion, and we had clear zone and liquidity. So I didn't need more. I took action. I got some money off of it. So, I mean, it's a win for me, even though it could have been more. I could have, closed a little bit. I mean, it was break even, as you can see. This look at this candle here. Look at this candle, bro. Look at this candle, bro. So yeah, it is what it is. I got break even after the partial. So even though, I mean, even if I didn't take a partial here, and then I just move my stop loss to break even after this point, I would be happy. It's not it's not up to the money that decides if you are a successful trader. I mean, it sounds super stupid, but is the execution, is the plan, is following your plan, know why you are in the trade, and stuff like that. So hope you like this video. I think it was a really beautiful trade. Let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. Let me know in the comments if you have something like you seen something that you don't agree with, or stuff like that. I'm super happy to see these kind of comments. I'm here to learn also, so I'm not like or telling you what to do and teaching you what to do. This is my journey. This is my like view, and you're very welcome to join me. Or I'm super happy if I could help someone or at least one person with my trades or with my kind of approach to trading and stuff like that. So yeah, every comment, every type of comment are super welcome.